Hello and welcome back to the channel. We're out at the JP shop yet for another RUBIBEAST video. This Jeep with bird crap all over the rear axle. I mean, I don't know what the heck was going on in there. What?
It's been sitting for 2 years.
Oh, 2 years. So birds were living on the axle and pooping on it. But we actually got to pull some door handles off, and we'll show you how to do that on Wrangler JL. Because guys, the RUBIBEAST is getting some graphics to support the JP shop and all of our awesome sponsors. There's these little stickers right here, right?
Yeah,
they're covering. Yeah, they're covering these holes. So you just remove the top one, according to Tracey, and I guess there is a. Yeah, it looks like there's a little Torx. I honestly thought we were gonna have to remove the door panel to get to it, like most vehicles, Joey, you know, most vehicles, but Jeeps are pretty versatile. What size is that there, Tracey?
T20.
A T20. Oh, trash truck's here.
I think I took out the trash.
In a perfect world, it should just pop out.
He said don't take this bolt all the way out.
Oh. Probably because it can fall down inside the door and you'll never see it again. So don't take it all the way out. That's probably a bad idea.
I say you send it.
Don't. We're not sending it. We don't want my door handle falling off.
Not right.
Look, it's loose now.
You don't need it.
Oh, there he goes. Oh, would you just look at that?
It just like holds it in there with the pressure.
Oh, cool.
Careful, there's a wire.
Nope,
Oh,
they were
check-
smart about it.
Check that out.
You get on both sides.
Yeah, we're gonna have to pull. We might have to do the rear ones too, but and maybe those rear hinges, the top rear hinges, we might have to pull them. That's fine. He can go around that. He'll be all right.
I thought it was rubber.
Yeah.
It's plastic.
See, I hope y'all learned something today. How to take off JL door handles. Very simple.
No car, baby.
I don't know how it actually works though.
Let's
Cause like
definitely don't lose that screw.
I'm not losing
No,
it.
don't lose it. All right, we're just gonna repeat the process on the other side for our graphics guy whenever he may get here.
Oh, the
What?
screw puts pressure on this, and that's what holds it.
Ah.
It's not actually screwed in. Today is going to be a little different as Steve's not here. We are going to be adding the posts to make his sway bar links into quick disconnects. Even though this is a Rubicon, Steve's just not happy with how the electronic system works in this vehicle, and it's given him some issues in the past, so I don't blame him, and we have the parts to do it here, so we're gonna knock this out real quick. One of the advantages, if you're out on the trails and your module for your sway bar link goes bad, you're stuck. You're gonna have a real nasty ride back to the parking lot, as Steve has figured out the hard way. So I'm gonna go over the little setup of how this is ran in the Rubicon way. Because in the instructions, if you have a Rubicon, it does tell you to just bolt your sway bar links back up. And if you don't, you can use the disconnect ends. So the way that this is set up right now, you have a normal bolt going through it and it's bolted up top. What the barbs do is they will go in place of this bolt, and you'll be able to slide this on and off. And it's got a holding pin right here, which keeps the things from falling off. And on the passenger side for the US, this is where things get a little different. So see this tab right here? This tab is gonna have to get cut off. Going to cut it right around here, pretty close to the axle. We won't need it anymore, and that way it won't interfere. And we're also probably gonna grease these up because they look a little dry, and Steve won't complain about that. I got this cut off. As you can tell, it's a little rough, but this isn't the important side. What I used was our air saw with a cut / trimmed Sawzall blade, and I got it cut halfway, used a pry bar to bend it back and forth, And now what I need to do is grind it smooth. This will slide right on into here, just like this. And as you can see, it's close, but the sway bar link will still fit in there. So what I'm gonna do is round this bottom edge and round this top edge before I get that all bolted up. And an FYI, something that makes your life 10 times easier is if your steering stabilizer is not here. So if you're doing a lift kit and you're doing these at the same time, take your steering stabilizer off and you will have plenty of room to access in here. We have our first link mounted. We have our second link mounted. Everything's all nice and re-greased. So the next thing I'm gonna do is stick this on the ground. I'm gonna look at some things that don't pertain to this, but I'm gonna make sure everything's good. Then I'm gonna do a time trial of how long it takes to disconnect and reconnect the sway bar outside in the driveway. And then I'm also gonna time myself disconnecting the JKS links and strapping them up. It'll look like this, and you strap your link. So I'll actually demonstrate it right now. Pull this pin, there we go. Pull this over, I'm gonna put some grease on here too. Pull this over, put your link up in here, and your strap goes around it, and then your sway bar will go up top to the strap. And this is putting it back on. It's a little difficult since you're in the air, but it's not that bad. So now we're in the vehicle and we're gonna see how long it takes for the sway bar to disconnect and reconnect. So, sway bar is pushed and timer starts. So, we're gonna see how long this takes. Oh, sway bar is already disconnected. All right, so 5 seconds to disconnect it, which was way faster than what I was trying to do earlier. So let's see how it is on reconnecting. It's in progress. Oh, and it's connected. So that's a total of 10 seconds. Now that is absolute, I would say, best numbers, because we're on completely flat ground. We're not moving anywhere. We're not in the progress of trying to go down a trail. So I'm going to time myself and somewhat video myself if I can, disconnect left and right side and put them in their strap locations. Go.
Apparently when I was down here getting it, it exploded.
It exploded.
I left the puller on it, or left the pressure.
Oh, and you got it? Alright. You hit my one. It was 1 minute and 41 seconds. Now, yes, it might take a little longer, but in the long run, if your sway bar isn't actually working, you're not going to get it disconnected or reconnected. So with this method, you can at least get everything disconnected and reconnected and out of the way with no problems. So we're going to have Steve check them out tonight because somebody retired and it's his party.
Probably if you have a Rubicon and you don't wheel, or you wheel occasionally, it's probably not that important to put disconnects in. But in my case, because I do wheel all the time, that's what we built this thing for, and basically that's all I use it for anymore besides wheeling and going to shows. It's important to have a backup plan. So when you are way away from the entrance of wherever you're wheeling, wherever the park is, you're able to disconnect it, whether it's manually or electronically. So it's a good option to have if you guys have a Rubicon. Not necessarily, you don't necessarily need it, but when you have an electrical issue, it's good to have. And in the next video, we're gonna be installing these bad boys right here, RCVs. New front axles for the RUBIBEAST. We're gonna beef up the front axles and the RUBIBEAST, and then we're gonna work our way down the drive line. Drive shafts are next, and then rear axles. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're stopping by for the first time, make sure you smash, tap, do something to that subscribe button. Turn on all those notifications. Make sure you check out the jpshop.net. They're located in Chester Springs. If you want any Jeep mod done or truck, they could do it all. They're a BDS and JKS dealer and installer. We love you guys. We'll see you on the next upload. These are definitely a lot stronger than your stock axles, and we went with the solid. But also with this is a weak point in your stock axles. The U-joints consistently break. And if you ever see me when we're going off-road and stuff, and I'm going through some points where we're articulating the front end, you'll never see me, unless I absolutely have to, do a full turn when I'm articulating the Jeep and putting a lot of pressure and strain on my drive line, because I don't want to break the U-joint.